just kind of finishing up here. The vacuum pump's starting to idle down, which means most of my leaks are fixed, so you can hear the Atlas Copco in the background slightly, but honestly the water babbling through here is louder. So I got this little goat path, this little Indiana Jones path. You gotta walk back and open the last section of woods and chase some leaks, and I'd say we about have it wrapped up. Hopefully I can find a couple more squirrel chews. But I think we got a lot of it buttoned up. So Dad and I worked hard. And yep, maple season. It's a marathon. Well, no, it's a sprint, then a marathon, then a sprint, then a marathon. So I just opened this line up. Dad had this one closed and this one closed. So as soon as I close them, what I'm listening for or feeling is for air movement. And that tells me if there's a leak on that line. There's probably a tap out or a squirrel chew. And then this one, yeah, that's just ice. That's all sorts of air leaks there. I got a serious air leak on that line, or a few of them. So I'm actually going to close this, leave this one open so I can hear it better. Go take care of this leak, and then I'll come back and get this guy. So I found a leak. Definitely, this is probably one of the biggest maple trees on the property. This is probably one of the last ones standing from an old era. So this is an old fence row. You can see in these trees there's actually some fence wire. So this is used to be a property line, and there was barbed wire in these trees. But I'm gonna fix this guy. Just run a hand along it. You can find it, but I always do this. I block one. There's nothing worse than finding one leak and then finding one 6 inches away you could have fixed. So I'm gonna do my best. Might just replace this whole line here. Once you get 2 or 3 splices, it's a little ridiculous. You're just calling the squirrels to dinner time. So I just cleaned that section up right there. Instead of having all the splices, I just cleaned it up. What we typically do is clamp it. We'll use a razor knife, and we'll cut this back on the barb. And then if you don't have a good knife out in the woods, I tell you what, this Leatherman, it's a Leatherman P. It's Leatherman Free P2. This thing, I use the pliers all the time. You know, they're magnetic. I mean, mostly the screwdrivers if I gotta make an adjustment to, you know, a hose clamp. So it's nice to have the ability to pull a screwdriver out if I need one. I use this knife a ton. This is gonna sound like an advertisement for leather.